Jason Burress, and I want to welcome you to this special episode of the Burress Law Life and Friends podcast. My guest today is Taylor Cannon. How are you, Taylor?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. And we say special because this is a little bit of a different episode. I don't always get you as my guest, number one. And number two, this is the episode where we talk about the scholarship program. And so we're getting very close to releasing scholarships for spring 2023. So we're going to talk about those. We might even drop a bombshell. Who knows? So before we get into that, though, it's been a while. I know you're a full-time student, but you help us a lot from school. And certainly when you're in town, I've seen quite a bit of you lately, which I like. How are you doing? What's been going on?
I've been good. So since I go to University of Arkansas, whenever I come home, I get for winter break, we get like a month off. Mm-hmm. But my mom loves to plan things. So we've been very busy, but it's a good thing because I get to spend time with all my family and do stuff like that. But it's been a good break and school's going good. I actually leave Friday to go back to Fayetteville. It feels like it's been too fast of a break, but yeah, it's been good.
And so your major, it's kind of a double major, right?
It's been crazy. I have changed it a million times, but currently right now I'm meeting with my advisor when I go back again. So who knows, but right now I am a communications major and I'm minoring in marketing and psychology.
Got it.
So it just changed again, but who knows?
Well, I think that's good. I think you will be great.
Yes.
At all things communications.
I love the communications classes and psychology. I just recently changed my minor to marketing though, so I haven't started any of those classes, but psychology and communications have been great so far.
Yeah, you like psychology.
Yeah.
I like that too. I was having unexpected conversation yesterday with my 10-year-old, Luke, and he's doing really well. He really likes social studies, and that led into where I'm on the way to take him to a baseball lesson. Mm-hmm. He goes, "What classes did you like?" And I was like, I started rolling through the list, and I said, I didn't really like much back then. And he's like, "Well, I mean, like nothing?" And I was like, I couldn't think of anything. And I was like, "Well, I mean, I kind of liked government, and I kind of liked geography." And then finally I thought of it. I go, I like psychology, but that was actually in college, not in high school. Did you take psychology in high school?
I did.
Okay, we didn't have it.
I think it was I took my junior year psychology and I think sociology together because first semester was psychology and then second semester.
Both of those are great.
Yeah.
You learn a ton.
Yes. Sadly, the sociology part, we didn't get to learn as much because that was right when COVID hit. So it was all virtual, but the psychology part I loved.
Yeah, there's some weird things with Freud that I remember from a long time ago. There's just some weird things that I was like, I don't know that I believe everything that I'm seeing here in this textbook, but it was fun nonetheless.
It's interesting. It's really interesting.
Yeah, for sure. But all I could think at the time when I was talking to Luke was business calculus, geometry, algebra. No. Nothing sounded good.
From high school and everything, I think my favorite was probably the athletics part.
Yeah, exactly.
Or lunch. No, just kidding. I did PALS. I loved PALS, but that was an extra. So we would go to elementary schools and it would be like a PAL. So I would get selected with a certain kid who maybe had a hard time at home or struggled in school, and I would just be their friend or help them with schoolwork. Oh, that's nice. We would do that, I think, every day except for Fridays. And then Fridays we would work with the special, I don't know what it's called. I just lost my train of thought. But we would work with program at the high school on Fridays.
It's easy to lose your train of thought.
I know. I was in the middle of it and I was like, wait, what?
When you're on camera, it's not.
I know.
It happens. I start blinking a lot. If I get nervous, I just can't stop myself from blinking.
I end up laughing when I.
Well, that's okay. That's all right. That's a good tell. What about Christmas break? You said you were busy.
Yeah. So we have a lot of traditions with my family. So coming up to Christmas, we do gingerbread house making with the whole family. And then we do cookies for Santa. What else did we do?
I heard you did some caroling.
Yes. Christmas Eve, we do Christmas caroling. So
I would love to start that tradition with our family. We've never done it. I used to do it when I was a kid with my dad's family. I always thought it was a good time.
It's so much fun. So it's funny. So me, Cassidy, and Sydney, when we were, probably second grade, third grade, somewhere when we were really young in elementary school, we got together because it was a really small neighborhood at that point. And we were like, let's Christmas carol. Like, let's do something fun. I don't know. So we got we all printed out these 10-page book and all this stuff. So we went around all the houses and started singing. And then we just did it every year. And now it's like the whole neighborhood does it. So it's fun.
So we're talking about Cassidy Hable?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's nice.
Yes.
So we have a good tradition, but I did not start it. So my wife's family on her mother's side, I believe. Yeah, on her mother's side, they make homemade eggnog. I had never tried eggnog.
Never tried it.
Ever. I hadn't even so much as had an eggnog latte from Starbucks. But so that's one of the deals they do. And it's a recipe dating back to the 1800s.
Oh.
And I'm telling you, it's so good. And so this recipe has changed a little bit over time. Like you see the recipes in this old book, really, really old book. And it's got, it's like, you can tell when they're using the blender and stuff like that, and that it'll kind of plop down on it. So it's discolored and stuff. And then, but her grandfather, who, let me think of a nice way to say this. Let's just say he enjoyed a beverage from time to time. He enjoyed a hard liquor. Well, he would he's made little entries in there upping the alcohol. And so I don't tend to like a lot of alcohol in my drinks, and so I tend to want. So we have lowered it back down. But her dad and I make the eggnog. And sometimes her brother makes it, but I try to get in the middle of that, and it's so good. So the Palmers and some friends of ours in the neighborhood, we were taking eggnog, and I'm getting this. You're going to have to make more next year because it's so good. So traditions are wonderful.
I've never tried eggnog before. What do you put in it?
Oh my God. I mean, there's a ton of eggs, and you have to beat them like constantly. Like, and you have
so
to
it's a process.
It's a big process. You have to do egg whites here, and then there's like heavy cream, and then there's rum, and there's all this different stuff that you have to put in it. Weirdly different times. You have to go rinse the beaters and then go back. It's really strange. And it creates a mess, but it is so good. And then Christina had this what is the nutmeg? And but the nutmeg she didn't do like that kind of it's the nut and she grates it.
Oh my gosh.
So it's like fresh off the nut. and she's like, surely you can tell a big difference between this and the store-bought stuff. And I'm over there, no matter what the real answer was, I'm like, absolutely.
Yep,
I can tell a huge difference. So, well, glad you had a good break. It's been busy. I've seen you quite a bit during the break.
Yeah, we've thankfully been able to plan some things.
What you haven't done is take your butt kicking in pickleball.
I know.
Which our firm has been playing every week. So we had doubles 2 weeks ago. We had singles yesterday. So we've been playing. We're getting into it for sure. So.
I know. I need to play.
You do?
I know.
I'll teach you. It doesn't take long.
I know.
It takes about 10 minutes.
Before Friday.
And all of us guys and girls, we're all playing pickleball. We play couples pickleball, double, everything.
Yeah, I played tennis before, but I don't.
Yeah, it's kind of a cross between tennis and ping pong.
Yeah, I've heard that it's like a smaller version of tennis almost, but not.
Yeah, and use like an oversized ping pong paddle. It's really what it seems like, but it's so much fun.
I know. I need to play.
Yeah, it's great. Okay, well, good deal. What have you talked to us a little bit about what you've been doing for the firm? What you have been doing?
Okay. So I've kind of started. Well, we started the foundation, so that was fun. So I kind of worked on the website a little bit. I was like, "Oh, gone up yet or no?"
Well, you did that. Yeah, it's up.
Yeah,
it's up.
so
BurressFamilyFoundation.org.
I need to add that to the Instagram.
Yes, you do.
The link.
So yeah, that's up. You wrote the draft content. I made a few little edits here and there, and we got that up. And we did that super quick too, because we had our Christmas party. And we wanted to have the foundation up so that we could accept donations.
That went fast. Went by fast. But yeah, I did a little bit. I did the websites. I made the Instagram account. We need to, it's Burress Family Foundation. So that started. I need to add the link to the website.
I'm a follower. I feel like we've got like 7 followers right now.
We need to put it out there more.
Yeah. It's hard.
Yeah.
We're getting everything rolling.
I know, but it's get started. That's all that matters. So now we just got to keep it going. And
what's cool about the foundation? What's the really cool part about the foundation? To put you on the spot.
So actually, everything that goes into the foundation, like everyone that donates, goes straight, like directly towards like what you're donating toward. Nothing comes to the foundation. Like we don't use any. Am I explaining it right? I'm trying.
Pretty close.
Okay,
yeah.
But like we don't keep the money. The money
how
goes.
How about this? Okay. No costs are netted out of the proceeds, the gifts, the donation. No costs. In fact, we typically add a matching contribution of some type. It used to always be at least dollar for dollar. And, once you grow, it can't always stay there. But we never net any cost. Like if there's a cost to put on an event, the law firm pays that. And so whatever we get for the foundation, everything goes in there and we put a matching gift and then we make the donations, which we did. Yeah. We had our big Christmas party and then we got lots of donations and took us about a week to get everything in from all the different we had a QR code and
I know the Christmas party was amazing.
Yeah, beautiful. It was fun. And then you delivered our donations to whom?
We did it to Hugs and then Love Life. We went to both those places. It was fun.
It was awesome.
And that was the day it snowed. So it was even better because we were walking in downtown to go to Hugs and it was snowing. It was cold, but it was so much fun.
So you liked the Christmas party?
Yes, I love it. I'm excited for next year.
Well, you didn't stay out late like
I know.
Some of us.
Well, I just drove home that day because I left that morning at like 6 a.m. or something. I ended up getting to leave early and drove from Fayetteville down and then to the Christmas party. Awesome. But it was so much fun. And I also had to drive my parents home.
I didn't hear that part.
Nope, I was the DD.
That is wonderful. That's wonderful. Well, yes. I enjoyed it because, I have a lot of good friends that come to the party so there's a lot of good friends that come. And of that section, there's a lot of good friends who really, really, really love music. Like one of them is Donnie Williams, which I know you know Donnie, right? Police officer.
Yes. Oh, I think I danced with him. He taught me how to dance.
I'm sure he did. Everybody wants to teach you how to dance. For some reason, we can't figure it out. But anyway, all kidding aside, so a smaller group of the guests who really, really like music, we went to Zen first for a little after Christmas party get together.
My dad was so jealous. He loved the music.
Then we came back to the law firm. And so our good buddy and entertainer, Kevin Fowler, was there, his fiddle player, his guitar player. And then Daryl Dodd is the first time that we had Daryl. He was great. And so the artists came back. And we've got like 15, 20 guests in the law firm. They are sitting on boxes, which that cracked me up because we have chairs literally everywhere.
I know,
we could have brought in chairs. Everybody could have been comfortable, but instead we're sitting on boxes of drinks. That's exactly what we were doing. And they stayed there for like over 2 hours. And then I found myself at 4 in the morning, about 4:15 in the morning. No, I think it was 3:15 in the morning. It could have been 4:15. It was really, really late, but I found myself at Whataburger with Kevin Fowler and Daryl Dodd, and Kevin goes up and orders us 10 taquitos and 3 burgers. And we're just
that reminds me of after high school football games, we'd always go to Whataburger and it would be so much fun.
There's nothing better than a taquito at 2 in the morning.
I know.
There's not.
My favorite's the cinnamon rolls though.
You like this? I've never had those.
I love cinnamon rolls from Whataburger.
Okay. Well,
that's my favorite.
That kind of gets me into my problem. You don't know this, but I am on a very, very strict diet. And so I've been on it this is the 9th or 10th day. I'm 8.8 pounds down. So,
oh my gosh,
I'm having to be super careful. I had 180 calories for lunch. I had tuna with mustard and a little bit of relish. That's it. That sound terrible?
I don't like tuna, but yeah, that does not sound. So what is the diet? Like what is?
It's like, it's almost like, I would say like, it's like South Beach, but you can't even have fruit. And then I'm working out usually twice a day. I'm usually like
have fruit?
I can't have fruit because of the sugar.
Oh.
But I'm so delirious that I had my coffee and I had to put my name on my cup so I wouldn't, lose it or forget it because I'm having that issue. But no, I'm trying to get down to 179. I started at 201. So I was like really fighting in the heavyweight division. Now I'm trying to get down to middleweight.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it's miserable.
Yeah.
So
I'm not good. If I'm hungry.
When I finish, I'm going to try those cinnamon rolls.
Yes.
You're talking about.
So how long is it for? How long do you do it for?
So it's through like early February, but the problem is I have a birthday coming up in March and I really, really want to get fit. It's kind of an important birthday. So it's 39. So I want to get really, really fit for it. So I may do it through my birthday. Like I may try to get like down to 170. But anyway, I'm trying to get like, not just like lose weight, but I'm trying to get like health, really fit and healthy and all that stuff. So Christina's been doing a great job of.
Oh, is she doing it also? Or?
She's doing it. Fine. She doesn't really need it at all.
It helps doing it with someone else.
Yeah. And she knows I can't do it if I have to cook the whole thing myself. I can't do that. So it's enough for me to do lunch. So she's helping. So
that's good.
So far, so good. So I cannot have that drink that you're having. I have to have like black coffee with a little bit of cream.
Okay. I've tried like coffee, which I liked it once. I had it in Arkansas, but some of them I don't know. I don't know the difference between all of them, but I've only liked coffee once, like plain coffee. Oh, wow. With creamer though. I have to have all the extras.
Well, this was a pour over. They didn't have blonde, so they did what they call a pour over. And for some reason, it tastes like 20 times better. Oh, really? So anytime they're like, we don't have that, would you mind if we do a pour over? And I'm like, I don't mind. Go ahead. So it takes a couple minutes, but.
I know. My parents drink coffee. Like they have what is it? Espresso shots or whatever. From the espresso, they do that. I've tried it. Nope. Not for me.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, I get it. So you talked about what you have been doing for the firm. Anything in particular coming up soon?
Well, I did just get started on doing a newsletter. I mean, that's kind of what I was working on today, but,
Dear team, work harder. Is that what I was going to say?
No, I mean, in a way. No, I'm just kidding. But, no, I started doing that. I actually just finished that today. We are announcing the scholarship soon, so I'm excited for that. So I feel like that's a big thing coming up is the scholarship.
Yeah. So you and I are directors of our scholarship program.
Yes.
You sort of take the lead on it. You put together the team that reviewed, and these are for spring 2023 scholarship. So what team did you put together?
So the team for this semester spring scholarships was Cassidy Hable and Sophia Pollard. Oh my gosh, Pollard. Yeah. So we had them two. Plus me, and we kind of, they were really good, perfect. We had them for summer also when we did the summer scholarships, but they sent it early, got it all done. I was texting them and I was like, hey, what's your favorites? Like perfect. But that got done pretty fast. I was able to send those to you before Christmas.
Yeah, you did a great
So
job.
we did good this time, and now I'm excited to announce them.
I know, I procrastinated. I didn't procrastinate, I was just busy, but I had worked my tail off. Today in particular, so I knew this podcast was coming, so I worked on it. So that's good. We had a little bit, so we had a smaller scholarship team because we had much fewer applications, which worried me. And then I started thinking about it. And I'm like, okay, but you have so many kids in high school who apply for the fall. So the problem is all your high school seniors, the ones who are really doing the scholarships, they get knocked out because they're not starting in the spring. They're starting in the fall.
And we also just changed it to no grad students. So it was kind of like a both. So it definitely was smaller than normal.
We still had almost 600
I know.
applicants.
I mean, it was amazing, but it still was smaller than at least how many did we have last time?
So by the numbers, the first semester we did it, I think we had like 212 or 213. And then the second semester, which was fall, we had almost 1,300.
Yeah,
and then
we had a lot.
Like 583 this time.
Yeah.
So,
but it's good for spring. It was really good for spring. Yeah. But
I'm really happy with it.
I know, and the essays were amazing. I'm excited.
Yeah,
it was hard. The finalists, their essays were, they were really good.
Yeah. So one thing that is really cool that we didn't talk about at our Christmas party, George and May Lee of Love Life came up and gave us a check for $5,000 to assist us with our spring scholarship. So we, for the underdog scholarships, I'm not talking about the Friends of the Firm scholarships yet, but the underdog scholarships, we essentially do 10,000, and we either do one 5,000 and two 2,500, or we do four 2,500, or I think last semester we did more than that because somehow we've done 9. So I think we've done more than we promised for sure. And then the the Friends of the Firm scholarship, I still have to do that. That is going to be probably this weekend, maybe tomorrow. And I don't know if we're going to have any, but we started noticing that there were some friends of the firm. They could be clients, former clients, things like that maybe they don't quite fit the underdog, but yet they have that relationship with the firm and they're very deserving in their own ways. And so we had 2 of those last semester. So I'm going to be looking through and seeing if I can spot any friends of the firm. So there's that. So I'm very happy. I was pleasantly surprised. I don't think they're quite as strong. We had double last time. I don't think they're quite as strong overall as they were last semester, but I still think they were very, 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 very strong. Do you agree?
Yeah, I do agree. I feel like once I split it up for each of us to have different sections, and going through my section, I had like my 3 that I knew I really liked. And then I had the other ones that were like, okay, these are really good. But I had like the 3 that were, oh my gosh, these are good.
These are good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess to reset, we have $15,000 to spend, $10,000 from the law firm, $5,000 courtesy of George and May Lee. If anybody wants to add to that, feel free and just put scholarship in the memo. Do it this semester, next semester. Got to hurry if you're going to do it this semester, but burressfamilyfoundation.org, and there's a donate button right on there. So it's nice. But we have $15,000 right this minute, so I'm very happy with that. So I don't know if we'll do 6 2,500, if we'll do 2 5,000, 2 25, however it shakes out. It is imminent that we will make our decisions. We've got our notes. After this, you and I are going to meet and figure it out. But I think we can make a call. I think we can make, for sure, I think we can make an award for the first scholarship, absent amount, because we still don't know what we're going to do there. It'll at least be 2,500, right?
Yeah.
But I think we can do that subject to making sure that this applicant is currently registered and so forth. And I'll get into the why there. But what do you think? You want to do it?
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay. Adam Kurth. Adam Kurth is going to be our first spring 2023 scholarship recipient. So he has, first of all, he has a 3.74 cumulative GPA. I didn't quite have 3.74.
I don't. I'm just never.
He is a student at Arizona State University. His degree, he didn't specifically say, but I'm seeing all kinds of engineering and high-level math courses. So it's either engineering or he's going to be a math professor. It looked hard.
Yeah.
So he, just to kind of hit the high points, and I'm gonna actually go to his essay and then see if I can. Let me just make that a little larger so I can see it clearly. Okay. The summer before his junior year of high school, this is per his essay, and he's checked to give us authorization to share whatever we need to share. So we're not breaking any rules here. No HIPAA violation, right? Summer before his junior year, he started having a problem, started noticing difficulties. He noticed he was jaundiced, and he thought it might have been some medication he was on. It wasn't. He was diagnosed with primary sclerosing cholangitis. PSC is the acronym. And basically he needed a liver transplant. So really, really big deal for a junior in high school.
Yeah.
He started blacking out. He hit his head really hard. It was a very big deal. And so during COVID-19 in April, he had the surgery. And then it wasn't just that. During the surgery, his surgeons discovered that his troublesome liver was cancerous, and also that he had a couple of lymph nodes that were cancerous. If they would have known that before they did the transplant, the doctors would not have performed the transplant. I mean, that is crazy. And so it's amazing that he's was even able to get it done.
It is.
2 years later, there was a specialist in immunology and took an interest in his case, and she wanted a genetic test done of Adam. And when that occurred, the test, he was then diagnosed with common variable immune disease, not the acronym CVID. It is a curable disease, but only with a bone marrow transplant, which is obviously a really big deal. And when he was, I think he was one of the first to submit his application. When he did, he told us that December 12 was his date for admission to undergo the procedure. There's a long recovery, but he said he did expect to be taking courses at ASU. And it sounds like he may have to go back to chemotherapy. But I was very impressed. So I think that he's our first
100%.
He's our first recipient. I think we will call him in the next day or so and just make sure everything went okay on that surgery and that he is going to still be taking classes. But everything's protected. We send the scholarship proceeds to the school. So it works that way. We're not just sending it to an address, and it's all done the right way. But Adam Kurth is our first recipient. And then you and I will meet shortly, and we'll
figure out the rest.
We'll get the rest. So, that's all I've got.
I know. I'm excited to see the rest and announce the rest. That's so exciting.
We say that's all we've got, but we've done a lot.
I know we got so much, but
we've got the building that's well underway. All the guts are now in the building. Little building update. So we're rolling there, and we'll be starting the stone here very soon. All the audio stuff is going in now. The lighting is like the preparation stuff to hold the lights and all that's in. So lots and lots going on with the building. It's finally rolling. The other building, we're about to start, like what we call the administration building, that's catty corner. We're about to start finishing it out. So all good news. We're doing good.
It's good so far.
You're gonna keep helping us, helping social media.
Yes. And this summer I'm excited because then I'll actually be home.
I know. That'll be great.
I know. I'm ready.
I'm hoping we can get somebody else to help. Maybe we'll look at Cassidy. But we have to figure out what we could have help on.
Yeah.
But we have a little bit more space now. That, for sure, the administration building will be finished by then. So,
more room.
Law firm probably a little bit after that, the headquarters. So, all good.
Yeah.
It's been a blast.
I know. This was a fast one.
I know. Be safe getting back home. Do good this semester.
I know.
And we'll see you. We'll see you soon.
Yes. We'll see you soon.
All right. Well, we've had a ball, and just want to thank you for taking the time to listen or watch the Burress Law Life and Friends podcast. If you haven't subscribed, do that for us. It helps. We're closing in on 100 subscribers. So I'm really, really wanting to take over the world so my son will stop making fun of me for getting mossed or domed by Jake Paul and other big celebrities. So we need more subscribers.
Yes.
So subscribe.
Yes.
You got to hit that notifications button. You got to comment. It's funny too. all these people will come up. They'll be like, saw the podcast. That's so great. Really, I mean, really hit home. And I'm
it's like 5 likes.
Yeah. And I'm like, could you not give a comment? I mean, could you do that? Could you like? And they're like, no. I mean, but I love it. So, all right, everybody stay safe and we'll see you down the road.